Okay, so this is really everything gotten from Trenton. There's not a whole lot, just really the program. Honestly, I got this. I have to say, this is probably the most normal since the pandemic that's felt. Although, still wearing masks and stuff, but there was, at least around my area, there was actually a lot of people, which felt good. And yeah, it was social distance and all, but the reason why it felt like that is just because I was in that picnic area, and every table was actually full, but the tables were, of course, distance. But it felt like it was full around there, and it was actually pretty nice. And They still had the free programs, as you can see here. The only other thing, really quick, is the ticket stub here. I already have it in the binder, and I was just too lazy to get it out. But you can see the picnic table 56 row just means table basically. And no, it's just your normal stuff. They actually call it Trenton Thunder Ballpark instead of Arm and Hammer, even though Arm and Hammer is still a sponsor. You even see the logo there. It's still just Trenton Thunder Ballpark over there. And then some ad about membership program. And then there you go, Thunder, Red Wings, May 16th, 1 o'clock. Yeah. So, here's the program. I'm just going to flip through it really quick. Actually, I still have the Patriots one that I haven't finished reading, because I do read these, but like after I do the videos on them, because they take a while. Um, just doing other stuff. Unfortunately, the corner got folded, whatever. But the front, you see the mascot Boomer with Toronto Blue Jays flag. And this should be a little bit easier to get everything that's in here in the frame, because it's not a full-sized like book. It's smaller. Made at the Trenton Thunder, and there's all your promotions. This was the promotion for the game I was at, but of course, I'm not 5 to 13. So here's your schedule for as long as whatever you want to call them, Bison's Thunder, are actually in Trenton, because they might, move back to Buffalo at any point if Toronto goes back to Canada. You have an article about coming to AAA. New dog, new bat dog, which they didn't have an active bat dog. They were actually walking around. They were walking them around the stadium. Then, excuse me, and then I actually saw them after the game, just walking them around the stadium as we were leaving as well. But they weren't actively getting the bats in the first inning like they normally do. And oh, I thought this was funny. Where is he? Albert Abreu. They just spelt his name wrong. There's no second A in Abreu, and there never has been. Ads. So yeah, it's pretty nice to get this thick of a book for free at the Trenton Thunder all the time. How to keep score. Here's your scorecard. And I guess that's kind of like a stadium map. Okay, that's a concessions food guide, which all the food is open this year. Last year you had very limited. You had like one main concession stand open at the games last year for stadiums that were actually hosting games. Now all the stores and everything, all the like little food stands selling whatever kind of food, they're all open. So it's another great thing. Like I said, this is probably the most normal a game has felt since the beginning of the pandemic that I've personally been to. And New Jersey hasn't even, lifted restrictions like some other states. CDC saying you don't need a mask necessarily anymore, although it's still recommended, of course. States like New Jersey still have that in place, which I'm not complaining about. It's really not that big of a deal just to have a mask on. It's not. I'm not gonna complain about that. It's not a terrible thing like some people want to believe it is. But yeah, despite that, and actually rules about mask wearing actually being more strict at baseball games than 2020, because in 2020 you could at least take them off in your seat. 2021 they're like, yeah, only if you're eating or whatever. Despite that, it still felt pretty normal. But anyway, Triple A East Northeast Division. Here's your other teams. Like the Woo Sox logo is just a smiley face. Rochester, Lehigh Valley, Scranton, Syracuse, Worcester, Buffalo, New Hampshire, Vancouver, Dunedin. For the Blue Jays, those are just the Blue Jays affiliates. Manager, coaches, and trainer. It's really weird to see all the Toronto stuff. Here's your roster. And apparently, I'm not that familiar with the Blue Jays minor league system, but they used an opener. Strasburg actually went longer in a rehab assignment than the person who started for Trenton did. First, Kirby Sneed, just saw him on the last page. He went 2 innings, whereas Strasburg went 4.1. Here's another article. There's some more ads. Looks like we're going to finish it off with some ads. No, we actually have like a collage there. And a car. So, that's pretty much it. Like I said, that's really the only pickup, if you want to call it. I noticed no teams have, trading cards or anything for 2021 season yet. Hopefully that'll happen soon. Of course, obviously there was a late start to the season, so maybe later than normal, but once they are, I'll start picking up trading cards. Probably the ones I've seen already, I'll find online and do a separate video altogether. But, if I happen to go back to a place like Trenton later in the season, might just, get it there. And Trenton is a place that in previous years has had the trading cards of other teams in the league as well, so that might be helpful. Although they don't always have the specific one you're looking for, but that's just because they sell out. And then, that's all they have. They don't really restock. But anyway, that is it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all later.